Heyoka, everybody. How you doing? I'm going to skip the Bhagavad Gita today. I'm going to resume it on Tuesday. In lieu of the Bhagavad Gita, I'd like to talk about something that I think can help a lot of you out there. The one I'm talking about is the Heyoka Empath. A lot of you already know what empaths are. Empaths take on energies around them. It's much more complicated than that, but that's the basis. So, if you already know what that is, and you still don't quite know what you are or why you feel a certain way, or there's things going on within you that just you can't explain, you might be a Heyoka empath. Now, it's a rarer type of empath. In Native American lore, it was considered one of the most rare types of person to exist at all. And they can live a complicated life. Have you ever noticed that? You walk into a room with a stranger, and their mood seems to lighten, and you seem to clear the air in that room, and they just randomly start telling you events or problems, revealing secrets to you. Things that they normally wouldn't say to another person, especially a stranger. But for some reason, they talk to you about it, and you talk to them about it, and they leave the room feeling just incredible, and they tell you, wow, something about you. You really made me feel good. But then, when you leave, it's like, man, I'm tired. Why am I so tired? You're always tired after these interactions, but every time you have one, even if you have them day after day after day, you seem to be able to do that for people. But you start to suffer. You get anxiety. You have racing thoughts. You have confused emotions. You feel tired. Your whole body might ache. You know what it is? You're not transmuting that. You're just keeping it all inside you. You're basically a human sage stick, okay? But you need to be cleansed as well. The Heyoka Empath was often called, I think it was the clown. There was another term. I'll post some links, some information below, okay? But it's basically like a class clown kind of person. You present weird angles at life, where everyone sees an A and a B. You might see a J for no reason at all. But you seeing that, it helps the people around you to come to a new level of understanding, a new consciousness. That's what you do. You may often say things that don't fit in a sentence. It's hard to give an example of that, but you know what I'm talking about. You'll be talking to your friends, and they'll all be like, hey, what if this? Or, hey, what if that? And you say something, and they're like, not really. Or, okay, whatever, dude. That's what it was for me. But actually what you're doing is you're providing a new insight for these people, and you're planting a little seed in them. And that's how you approach everything. And you like to tell jokes, or you don't like to be serious all the time. And if you're like me, you have to learn to deal with this other thing. This other entire universe, entire cosmos of just something else in your head. Not crazy, not hallucinations, not like that. What I mean instead is that I may be looking at this world the same as you, or if you're like me, then the same as me. But if you're here to learn to be an empath, then this is a whole conundrum. But talking to a person who's not an empath, who's probably not watching this video, just like them. So I also see all the things that bother me about what's going on in the world or in that room. I also see what could happen to my kids one day. It bothers me. I think about terrible things sometimes, just not like in an obsessive manner, but just like to prepare my emotions, I guess, or because that's something I fear tremendously. But there's always something else going on. I'm living like two brains, two thoughts, two completely cohesive things going on. And it's confusing when you're young to learn how to handle that. And what it actually is it's an incredible ability, because you can multitask, you can process different things, you can experience all kinds of emotions about what's happening around you for the other people. You can feel them. You can actually picture, like that's a good example then. You're talking to someone, and I'll give you an example. Okay, I was watching Neil deGrasse Tyson the other day, and he said that when he was in college, he wanted to be an astrophysicist, obviously. But another African American male said to him, "Our community cannot afford for you to be an astrophysicist and to waste an intellect on something that's not beneficial to our community." And he was heartbroken. He was just devastated. And he was like, man, am I going to let down my community because of my personal desire to be an astrophysicist? And that bothered him. And when I heard him tell that story, that his dream, his ambition, his life goal was devastated because of the need for a community to have him represent them because he's intelligent, it's just a terrible thing on the parts of all people involved with that as pushing down something like that, even now. And so when I think about stuff like that, I actually was Neil, feeling that, going through my childhood. I imagined his entire childhood and how it must feel to be in that situation, what it feels like to be devastated. And I actually process that as if I were that person. And that happens to me with every person I meet almost, depending on what they're putting out. But you can handle it if you learn what it is. That's the hardest part. You have to learn how to get rid of it. I've already told you what it is. It's other people's emotions. It's the particular type of person that you are. And the rest is just learning to ground yourself and to meditate and to make sure you do certain things in life. You got to take time for yourself. Take showers, clean your body, get rid of that static charge on you. Burn sage around yourself, pray, meditate, eat well, a good diet, healthy, drink a lot of water, specifically with the right pH. You need to have alkaline water. It's good for you. But more than that, you need to actually think about those things that are bothering you and process them and actually feel that emotion when you're alone and it's yours, not just when you're feeling other people's emotions. Make sure, as a Heyoka or any empath, to experience your own emotions so that you don't become detached from yours and only feel everyone else's. That's not a good thing. So I would encourage you to exercise, eat well, meditate, do yoga, read, give some time to yourself, and then when you go back out, when you feel those things coming into you, just imagine a beautiful ball of light in the center of your body and put it all in there, and just send it back out into the world as good light. I'll come back with more of these in the future, but if you'd like to check out Bhagavad Gita, I believe we're at chapter 10. It's 9 or 10, and I'll be doing it next Tuesday, sometime around between 8 and 10. I never get a good chance because of work and everything to put it at the same time, but I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped you, empaths and Heyoka empaths alike. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you again.